watching, but there's a comment.
Well, yes, I see that. Hi, first comment. Hey there, Zach. Glad you could join us here today. We have got some interesting, at least one interesting topic to go over, and that is gaming. Ooh.
Gaming.
Oof. That's a big one for us, because it's also going to tie into kind of what we're planning for this channel and what we're figuring out for what we want to do. So, yeah. So I guess we'll jump right into things here with a random fact.
You want a random fact? Oh boy.
Right away, brother. Right away.
Right away. Okay.
Speaking of games, look at that, Zach. Right on the ball there.
Yeah.
Cactus Farm, huh? Is that from Minecraft then?
Yeah,
right?
that's from Minecraft.
Oh boy.
Okay, let's see.
Get us a random fact, Joe.
I'll just take a random one.
What do we got going on here?
Vote. Let's do the Book of Amazing History.
Ooh, amazing history.
Okay. I open to...
Oh, yeah. No, sponsor? No, that would be a subscription, but you're close. You're a new Twitch user, so... yes, you're welcome for the subscription, Zach.
The screen's black.
The screen is black. Is it black for you, Zach? Because it should not be black.
Okay.
From what I can see, it's streaming just fine. Stream health says good, so...
okay.
Do you have audio, Evan? That's a good question. But anyway, random fact.
So I opened to a random page, and it's a page with different quotes. Here, I'll give one by Henry Ford. Capital punishment is as fundamentally wrong as a cure for crime as charity is wrong as a cure for poverty.
Wait, say that again?
I'm trying to understand this.
Yeah,
myself.
say it again, say it again.
Capital punishment is as fundamentally wrong as a cure for crime as charity is wrong as a cure for poverty.
Okay, who said that?
Henry Ford.
Henry Ford said that. So, I was trying to dissect that there. So basically he's saying... Oh, you're good now. Cool. He's saying that capital punishment is like handouts for the poor?
Oh, okay.
Is that what he's saying there?
It's an analogy, I think. Capital punishment
it's an analogy.
As fundamentally as a cure for crime.
Yeah.
As charity is wrong as a cure for poverty.
Yeah. So he's saying that like flat out charity is bad when it's not used properly.
Properly by the poor.
I guess. I mean, I don't know, dude. I don't know Henry Ford that well. What is that? Is that something? Sorry, that's someone said in the comments. That's something I want to do to improve the stream. I want to make the comments show up somewhere on screen because when you're watching these post show, so if you actually go and watch it off air, so when it's not live, you can't see the comments. So I want to fix that. But there's something. Yeah, we're going to talk about part of that tonight, too, is what we're planning for the show in the future and also what we planned for this channel in the future because good news is I'm almost done with it, but it is done. I have all the clips in place for the wedding video that I was working on. So now I can move on to other projects within this next week here and moving forward. So I'm going to be... One thing I want to work on is improving the stream and improving this channel and working on this channel quite a bit. But also putting out those short films like I talked with you about before, Joe. Right?
Yeah. And
you want to do some acting in those, correct?
Oh, yes.
Good. Because I'm going to need actors.
So, Blee?
Yeah, what is Blee? Give me Blee.
Okay. That actually has to do with a little bit with our topic today, gaming.
Really?
Yes. So I guess we're just kind of jumping right into it, but first, do you want another quote from this book? Because there are actually some good ones, so should we save them for later?
Oh, you want to give us another quote?
Okay, let's give one more quote.
Go ahead.
One that makes a little more sense.
If you like giving quotes, give me another one, Joe.
Okay, so this one's from Indira Gandhi, which I'm pretty sure is Mahatma Gandhi's grandson.
Okay.
Because the quote is, "My grandfather once told me that there were two kinds of people, those who do the work and those who take the credit. He told me to be in the first group because there was much less competition."
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Words from Gandhi's grandson. Gandhi.
Oh, man. Okay.
Anyways, back to Blee.
Okay, yeah. You were in the middle of a story and you're just like, another random fact.
Okay.
That's Joe for you.
Randomly in the randomness.
Randomness.
Okay.
So, What is Blee?
Okay, so
Or should I say Blee?
oh my gosh,
Is that what I'm?
Yes,
yeah,
it's
that's
Blee.
okay. Give us what that is.
You remember the game Magica?
Yes.
Okay, so it's this game that we played a while back. Like, we played like the whole thing in like a few days. But in it there was this one character named Vlad.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Is that what it's from? I
Yeah.
do remember him saying stuff like
He
that.
went like, Blee, at random times when he was leaving. And I told Evan this, and all of a sudden we just started yelling it in the faces of people in the halls during passing time. And people gave us really weird looks.
So that game, I think that game is really interesting in its aspect of how it takes that top. Well, is it top down? That's basically top down, right? I learned more from these. Well, that's interesting.
Wow.
Yeah, you learn more from these than school. Interesting. I'm glad we can be educational for you. Anyway, I was saying the perspective the game takes is interesting from your typical top-down. I guess it'd be third-person perspective.
Yeah.
And it's not really a point and click. I would say it's like a point and drag.
Yeah.
And then it takes, so when you're casting spells, you do different key combinations to actually cast the spell.
To
So it's a little bit more
magics is what they were called.
Yeah, it's actually pretty difficult.
Yeah.
I struggled with it for a while. So but no, yeah, that's where Blee comes from. Okay. I do remember that character is very odd in that game. Very odd.
You know, I remember the game had like all these kind of like inside jokes in it too. Like, wasn't there a point where you got an M60 as a weapon?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So the comical nature of the game too. It'll throw like modern day stuff into like a
Norse time period.
Not Norse, like medieval. I think is the best word to use for that. Medieval magic, fantasy.
Yeah,
it's
fantasy world.
So
and they're like all of a sudden, I remember James has got this M60 gun, and he was like, "Oh yeah!"
Yeah.
Like,
Well, it was just fully automatic machine gun. So I'm like, screw the magic. I'm going to this machine gun. Just laying lead down. It was a pretty fantastic moment. Yeah. So let's talk about our gamer tags. That was something that we wanted to talk about. Yeah.
Yes, these came up in a past stream of how we got our gamer tags.
Yeah. So if you've seen, what are your opinions on Fortnite? Change the subject. We'll talk about gamer tags in a second because Alyssa just asked what our opinions are on Fortnite. So, do you want me? I can start this one off if you want. You want me to start this one off, or you want to start?
You
off?
start it off because I've talked with friends about this at school.
Okay, so my opinion on Fortnite is, well, I need to start with a preface here. Is that how you say that word? Preface.
Yes.
Where I have been, and I think I will always be, a huge PUBG fan. Player Unknown's Battleground. Yes. I love the realism aspect of it, and the idea of trying to give a game where all the players are essentially equal. I know people are going to say, oh, there's hacking and all that stuff, but I'm talking about the actual gameplay itself, not people who are, cheating the system. So when it comes to the game itself, I honestly believe like PUBG, and this is where Fortnite comes in, trumps Fortnite, for me at least, because it's got that realistic aspect to it, and I've never been a huge fan of the cartoony game style. I mean, I think the most cartoony I've gotten is Dungeon Defenders, and I did love Dungeon Defenders for its strategy aspect, and I still do. We need to play that sometime again, because that was a fun game. But yeah, when it comes to what?
1 or 2?
2.
Okay.
Just because 2 is cool. But anyway, Fortnite. Yeah, when it comes to Fortnite, I think it's a very unique game. I don't like the scale of the map. That's one of my big qualms with it. I've seen that, and I've heard that not just from me, but from multiple people. I don't like the scale of the map. I don't like that the weapons are 100% accurate.
Well, that was in a recent update.
Yeah, but still, that's
assault rifles.
But that's still a part of the game.
I know.
And I'm not a huge fan of like the cartoony nature and the building. The building just, the fact that you can just like, oh, I'm throwing up a wall here. That's no, not in my opinion, not fun.
People can destroy your cover too. So like, if you're in a regular building, like just in a house taking cover, someone can shoot the wall down on the house.
Well, you can shoot through certain walls in PUBG.
True.
And that is realistic. You should be able to shoot through them.
But no, you don't shoot through them. You shoot
destroy
down.
it.
You destroy the whole wall.
Well, when building is the aspect of your game, when that's a huge aspect of it, it's gonna, you know, it's gonna deter that kind of play style. Like, bullets aren't gonna penetrate it. It's just gonna deal damage. Everything in that game, I think, is based on like hit points. Correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So, and I mean, and PUBG does have hit points too, but I'm talking about like for objects. So objects in PUBG, they're either penetrable or not. Mm-hmm. Those are like your two systems. So. And
okay, you can shoot through them. You destroy them. Yeah.
Yeah, you destroy them. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, Joe, give us your opinion. What do you think about Fortnite? Personally, I wouldn't play. So that's my stance.
So, I've actually talked about this with friends at school before because I have friends that are huge into Fortnite, and I play quite a bit of PUBG, just like my brother, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds.
PUBG.
And personally, I prefer PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds by quite a bit because I like my brother, enjoy high graphics. I enjoy the realism. I like the idea of having to find cover rather than being able to build it because it adds a different aspect to the game. Now, I think that's all on what type of aspect you prefer in a game. Mm-hmm. Because of the smaller map size and the addition of building, I think that it creates Fortnite to be much more of a casual game. Like a casual, I'm just going to go in, find someone right away, shoot them. Meanwhile, in PUBG, I mean, which that can be fun. That's not meant as a negative.
No.
It's a more casual game. And the fact that assault rifles recently just got
and I do give credit to Fortnite in the main sense that they are making this game and it is completely free at this point.
Yes.
So that does make a huge difference. And I think may your frame rates be high and your temperatures low. Yes. I think Fortnite does a better job of optimizing too.
Yes.
I think
yes.
Yeah, I think that PUBG needs to focus a lot more on optimization.
But also, yeah.
Yes, and you need good computer specs. Like I said, just like I said, PUBG does need to work on optimization because unfortunately that is the case for a lot of people, Zach, where they have these computers that aren't quite up to the standards that they need to be to run PUBG. So,
however, when it comes to this particular topic, and like I said, I talked to friends about it. I do take the PUBG side of things because I prefer a slower tactical game. Like in Fortnite, you see a person, you basically shoot them. Like there's really no doubt about it because then guns aren't that. They don't give away your position that easily, and
are they not as loud or something?
I don't think they're as loud, if I'm right.
Okay.
But so they don't give away your position as easily. They still do, and they still can. So there really isn't the whole tactical thing inside of it. It's more of just kind of go in, shoot them, try to get whoever has the better aim or has the first strike wins. Mm-hmm. So if you're in the mood for a casual game, yes, and I accept that, acknowledge that. But my friends that are big into Fortnite, when I say these sort of things, and they're all like, "Oh no, PUBG's worse on every aspect." I'm like, dude, I even accept it's personal preference. I don't.
Yeah.
I will accept that Fortnite is. I see them as different games.
I do too.
I mean,
completely different.
They are different, and it's all personal preference. Do you like a slower tactical game?
I like to feel my games.
slower paced tactical game or a higher paced casual game.
Exactly. Yeah. I think that's what it really comes down to is your play style, and also I think what kind of artwork. So if you like that cartoonish style, go for it. I think that then Fortnite is for you. Also, yeah, if you're poor and you don't have a good computer, like Zach said, poor man's PUBG. Exactly. Go ahead and play some Fortnite because at least it'll give you that battle royale feel.
Yep.
And that scale.
And also with those same friends, I told them how PUBG has more concurrent players.
Yeah.
Because it used to, but then recently they came back like, if you count all platforms, then Fortnite has more concurrent players. And I was like, well, yes, but think about this. PUBG isn't even on PlayStation 4. So, like,
that's
true. That
that's
alone gets rid of tons of players. And second off, it's not optimized on Xbox. You only get about 30 FPS on lowest graphics settings, and that's for deterring lots of players in that too. So I'm saying, if you're going to compare them by concurrent players, you really can't, because PUBG's lacking in 2 major fields.
Right.
And that's because they have a small build team.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they did you hear that when they were getting big in the gaming community, when they first created the game, they said for the owners of the company decided to take their team out for every million copies sold. Well,
oh yeah.
It got to the point where they had to end that because they were going out for like a really fancy dinner like every night for an entire month.
I do remember hearing that story. It's pretty interesting. PUBG Xbox is super buggy.
So really, unless you're only looking at, I mean, I'm not going to say only looking at one platform is fair, because obviously Fortnite is really popular on the other 2 platforms.
Right.
So I think that you really can't compare them by concurrent players, because you either leave out 2 platforms and disacknowledge them, or you leave out, or you include 2 platforms that doesn't involve PUBG at all.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
let's move on, I think. Because we have had a long conversation about PUBG.
Yes, we have.
Not that that's bad. And if you guys want to hear more about PUBG, we can probably, most definitely go on with that. But I think it's time to... I wanted to open up the question to you guys, too, the audience. What are some of the games you play? What are some of the games you enjoy? Because right now, Joe and I here are in a pretty big PUBG phase.
Yes.
That's kind of our big game right now. But we did just purchase Overwatch. So we're gonna be playing that here quite a bit too. Also, we do want to move on to we wanted to talk about our gamer tags.
Yes.
So I think let's do a quick. Now that we're like 17 minutes in here, let's do a quick gamer tag introduction. So should we tell each other stories, or do you not know my story?
I kind of know your story. I don't remember it exactly though.
Okay, and then
you like wearing a hat at a table one day?
No, it wasn't that. Here, I'll tell it, and then.
Okay.
And then I'm going to do something here. You could probably do one full stream. Yeah, no kidding, Zach. We could do like one full stream on PUBG.
We have lots of stories of that.
And then I'll tell my story of how I got my gamer tag and what it is. Mm-hmm. And then you'll tell yours, tell what yours is and your story behind it. So for me, so my gamer tag, and actually, if you want to hand me my prop there, Joe.
Oh.
My gamer tag is Boris2395, and it's spelt with 2 R's because I was a terrible speller back in middle school. But originally, my first gamer tag was actually Platypus2395. The numbers correlate to my birthday, 23rd of April, 95. So that's where the numbers come from. But the Boris side of things actually comes from my friends, because we had a church softball match that we were all at, and we were sitting there in the bench waiting to go up to bat, and I took my friend's glove, and I don't even know why I did this. I put it on my head, and then they turned back and they looked at me, and my friend Sammy was like, "Hey, it's Boris, the Russian conscript." So from then on, I was like, hey, that's a pretty cool name. I guess I'll just pick that up as my gamer tag. So I put that on all my online profiles, and it's just kind of stuck. And then a couple years later, I purchased this hat, and at a military show.
It looks kind of odd with the headset on.
Yeah, I can't really wear it properly because... And my head has grown since then, too. So it's gotten a little small. But that's where my gamer tag comes from, is from that moment. And
dude,
what?
If we ever have another hat day at school, I should totally wear that.
Yes. Oh, yes. You do. You need to wear this hat one day when you go. If you have a hat day, totally wear this hat. But I do need to clarify, I am in no way, shape, or form a proponent or a supporter of communism. So, or the Russian government. But I picked up the gamer tag because I thought it was cool, and I was big into World War II. Still kind of am. Big World War II fan. So, well, not fan, but like studying it. So yeah, what is your gamer tag?
Well, Velocity Raptor 22.
Velocity Raptor 22. That's an interesting name.
And it's got an interesting story behind it too.
So give us the story. Give us the story there, Velocity.
So
VR.
Let's get a little background on what my gamer tag used to be. It used to always be Hago.
Ooh, yeah, Hago, Hago
and
days.
that was because, I don't know why, but I heard of this tank used in World War II because of my brother, and I thought it sounded cool, so I just used it as my gamer tag. It was the Hago, and that's what I put as my gamer tag. Well, then one day we were driving in a car, and I think we were talking about dinosaurs for some reason.
Yes.
And I mentioned something about how, oh, the Velociraptor does this, and then everyone was like, what? Velociraptor? What's a Velociraptor? And I was just kind of like, wait, isn't a Velociraptor just short for Velociraptor? I legitimately thought that Velociraptor was short for Velociraptor. And at the time, I was like, what, 7th grade? 6th grade-ish?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, far beyond when you should learn what that Velociraptor is just Velociraptor.
I would say this is only like, I think...
2 or 3 years ago?
I'll say about 2 or 3 years ago. Not
Yeah.
or 1 or 2. It wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, it really wasn't. So then I changed my gamer tag to that because everybody in the car was like, hey, that sounds like a pretty cool gamer tag, and I agreed with them. So I just changed my gamer tag to Velociraptor, and the 22 comes from, well, similar thing. My birthday is December 22nd, and because of that, I just took the 22 from the 22nd.
Yeah.
I also, sometimes, in some games, I'll do 1, 2, 2, 2, because, well, 12, 22. So that, in turn, is how I got that.
Nice. I'm just doing something here real quick.
I see that.
Yeah. I think that'll work. All right. Let me switch back here. Gamer tags. So that's pretty neat.
Yeah.
I thought... Actually, I have a story to kind of go along with your Velociraptor. Hago 1 days.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
That was also... Okay, so it was Hako 1. That
Well,
was
on Minecraft, yeah.
Well, yes, for Minecraft. And then I started using that just all around in general.
Mm-hmm.
Because, well... When my brother and sister asked me what I wanted my username to be, I wanted it to be Hago with an exclamation point.
Exclamation point.
The exclamation point is also the 1 key, and they didn't hit shift, so it came out as
no. It wasn't. It wasn't the fact that we didn't hit shift.
Oh.
It was the fact that for some reason Minecraft didn't accept exclamation point for your username.
Oh.
So if you actually look, no one should have exclamation point in their username. Because it's not an accepted. You can't use special characters apparently.
Oh, okay.
So otherwise it would have been exclamation point, and yeah, I guess we should have done in hindsight we should have done your birthday or something, or like the 12.
Oh well.
Yeah, whatever. It works.
It works.
It works.
And I used it for a while, so.
Oh, did you change? Oh, you changed it now.
Yeah, I did change it. Back
To your Velociraptor.
Velociraptor. I can't remember if it's 22 or 1222.
Well, yeah, it was funny too because in Overwatch. You couldn't put it because it was too long.
Yeah, it was slightly too long to type in Velociraptor because I believe it needed to be 16 characters, and that was 18 characters, if I'm right.
Oh,
And I was like, well, I gotta get rid of 2 letters. I'll just do V-Raptor.
V-Raptor. Oh, man.
And then put 22 after it. So yeah, that's my username in not Fortnite, Overwatch.
All right, so I think it is time
it's 22. Okay.
to bring up another random fact.
Random fact, eh? Okay.
Yes, random fact. Hit us with some knowledge, Joe.
Hey, should we have a vote of what book we're gonna be opening?
Yeah, let's have a vote. We got 6 people
Okay,
in
so we
here.
already used the
We got
green
6
one.
people.
Yeah.
If we get 2 responses for one, we'll we'll go into that one. How about that?
Okay, so we got red, brown, blue, and black left.
Red, brown, blue, and black.
Which
you want? I say you want to tell them what it is while we give them time to vote here.
The Book of Useless Information. Which we've gone through that one quite a bit already, but
yeah, but we always need more useless information.
The Book of Unusual Knowledge. The Book of Extraordinary Facts. Say it with a weird British accent. And the Book of Upside Down Bizarre Truths.
All right. Well, we have no votes yet, so
we don't have any votes.
We gotta wait a little bit. Do you have something fun what did you? Oh, actually, you want to share something from this week that happened? You should be excited about it.
Wait, what happened?
What happened this week?
What did happen?
Seriously? You don't know?
Yeah, we had 2 snow days. Or ice days.
Ice days. So what did you do on those days, Joe? Were you productive?
No. If I'm honest. Okay, we got 2 votes for black and
at
1
least
vote
you're
for
honest.
blue.
Okay, well, do a black fact then.
Okay, but
random fact
hey,
from
the
black
person
book.
who put down blue put down a very specific page, so I'll just look up that page and...
But page 111.
Okay. Open this one to page 111. So, this is supposed to be a bizarre truth. 111 might have too much information on it, so we might have to choose a different one, but oh well. This is about the Green Fairy.
Oh boy. What? Wait. What book is this in again? This is the...
Bizarre Truths.
Alright.
Okay, the title is The Green Fairy. It seems to be talking about absinthe.
Okay. Well, just give us the information. Tell us what we need to know.
Okay, there's a lot of information. There's like 2 pages of information on absinthe that's not even put in a bulleted list. So give me a little bit of time to actually find something in these paragraphs, and then I'll share them.
Or just go to the next page.
Okay, I guess it's not gonna be page 111. That's more. There's more quotes here. Should I share more quotes?
Sure, give us a few quotes. Yeah.
Okay, quote from Mark Twain. There is nothing so annoying as to have 2 people talking when you're busy interrupting.
It's a pretty good one.
If slaughterhouses had glass walls, everyone would be a vegetarian. By Paul McCartney.
Had what walls?
Glass walls.
Everyone would be a... What?
If slaughterhouses
Oh,
had
slaughterhouses. I thought it just said houses.
No.
I was like, that doesn't make any sense. No, okay. That's interesting.
Opportunity is missed by most people because it is dressed in overalls and looks like work. That's a quote from Thomas Edison. Here, one more. It's from Beethoven.
Yeah, give us one more. Beethoven?
Beethoven quote.
A Beethoven quote.
Music should strike fire from the heart of a man and bring tears from the eyes of women.
It's a good one.
Strike fire? Okay, then.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yep. Okay. What are we going to talk about now, bruh?
Well, we're going to talk about channel platforms, future of our channel. Question for you guys out there. What is your preferred platform for gaming? YouTube or Twitch? Or is there a different one that we don't know about? Because we are looking into possibly doing some gaming live streams. Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah.
Hey, James.
What?
Believe.
All right. So we were saying, streaming platforms. Gosh, Joe. Okay. Whew. Okay. So we're looking at possibly doing, like I said, some gaming streams, and looking at things. Twitch seems to have the market kind of covered, and I was just curious as to what other people were thinking, maybe what you're thinking, Joe, as far as what platform do we stream on. I think we would still upload the videos to, or maybe we could put together a highlight reel if I have time of what we did in the stream.
Maybe.
But I think right now I'm kind of leaning toward Twitch if we were to do that online gaming live stream. Because in the past, so actually if you look back on this channel, we do have some gaming videos that we put together.
Yeah.
And I'm not planning on never doing those again, but it's just a lot easier since we have the setup now, because it took me a while to set up this whole studio, I call it.
Yeah.
But it's just in our basement. So it's a what do you call it? Jerry rigged.
Yeah.
I mean, we got a stinking
Walmart
bag on a light
and a camera taped to the wall with thumbtacks.
That is a quality angle camera right there.
I mean, it does give us a good angle.
We also lose... Oh, no, we don't. I do have the soundboard in there. Cool. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of taped up there.
It serves. It does it. It does the job. It is what it is. But Zach says we do Twitch. Yeah. So that's what I was kind of thinking. I think that Twitch has a good hold on that market. On gaming. Live stream gaming is where Twitch is at. And I think that still, because what I can do is I can still record in OBS as we're streaming, and then I'll just probably upload those right to YouTube as well. So if people want to go back and watch them, it's right there.
Yep.
It's right there on YouTube. Or like I said, highlight reel, because we've done highlight reel stuff in the past. And granted, some of it's not that good because I was still learning, and the audio is a little imbalanced in one of them. I think it's the Star Wars one that the audio is a little bit...
That was also the one where we only had your view. Remember?
So that's the other thing with streaming. So it's going to be interesting because I think what we're going to have to do is we'll just turn your webcam over here. And then we'll have both of us on camera. But I think I'm only going to be able to stream in one. I don't know how you would do 2 views. How would you do 2 views? I mean, we could do the old split screen maybe.
Maybe.
But what I'd have to do for that is take one of your computer inputs and go up through the back and put it into my computer. So we'll talk more about the logistics of that. But if we do that too, I need to get some kind of stream deck so that I don't have my numpad being, because right now I have my numpad set up as my stream deck essentially, where I'm switching between scenes with the numpad. So if we did do that, I would look at getting a stream deck so that I could program all my macros through there, the macro keys. But yeah, I think Twitch is definitely gonna be the best option for that. And well, I don't know when we should look at doing that. Do people in here have Twitch accounts?
I know Zach does.
Zach does. Yeah, we need to actually, if we're gonna do that, we're gonna create a page. How about this? This is our goal for this next month. If Joe, are you on board with this? Should we do this live? Should we say it live right here?
Sure.
Okay. So next month, by the mid-March, are you willing to say let's do a live stream, a gaming live stream?
Probably. I don't know with musical.
Yes or no,
well,
Joe?
The thing is, I don't know about musical.
When okay, so that's true. That's true. You do have musical.
Yeah.
Good point. When do you know musical schedule?
I can actually look it up right now.
Okay. Look it up real quick, and I will talk for a bit here. What is your favorite music out there? Let's just give it a real quick music genre shout out. What do you guys like? I'm curious. Or what games are you guys into? I think I asked that already, but no one answered. No one answered that? Why did no one answer that question? Other games that I've played in the past have been... Oh, a big one is... another big one right now is Star Citizen. I've been talking with that one with my friends. I have not played it, but it's definitely an interesting one in the fact that it's been in development for like 6 years and is still going. Another game that just came out recently and I've looked at wanting to purchase because it's a interesting concept in the fact that it's an RPG, but it's in a realistic setting, and it's called Kingdom Come Deliverance. So I've to satisfy that need, I did play a little Skyrim last week just because I wanted to hit that RPG up. Billy Joel, oldies and 80s rock. Nice. Minecraft. Ooh, okay. So Minecraft, that's a big one too. And maybe, Joe, did you find anything yet? Or can we talk about Minecraft?
So apparently... Okay, so things don't even start... Everything always ends at 5:30 up until, like, April.
Okay. Well, because then we could do, like, a 6:30 gaming stream then.
Yeah. I could do that.
Cool. Okay, so let's plan for mid-March then. Mid-March, we'll do we'll test out a gaming stream and see how it goes. And we'll set up... So we'll have a Twitch account set up and all that for the gaming stream, and we'll be sure to let you know in the future streams when we'll be doing that and how you can get there, and it gives people some time to take a look. So but it'll be so this show will still be existent. we'll just add this on top of that because we wanted the initial idea behind Basement Brothers was gaming entertainment.
There actually was that in the very beginning when we created our first video. Battlefront Skills.
Battlefront Pro Skills, man.
Yeah.
Oh man. So it's a lot of cringe, but it's a lot of fun. It's so much cringe, but so much fun at the same time.
There was one time when I was the top player on a winning team. I just can't fathom a game like that where they all noobs and then the second later, you're a top player? What is this?
So he's quoting the video, guys, where, well, you should just go watch it because it was pretty funny. I was mocking him because he said that he got top player on
a winning team.
On a winning team, he got top player, and he was not playing so hot. And then like
the very next game, I was kicking butt.
Yeah.
Except for I had a lot of deaths.
It was a funny moment.
I had a crap ton of kills, but I had like a lot of deaths.
No, so I wanted to move on to Minecraft.
Yeah,
because actually looking back, Minecraft is a huge part of my playing history for video games that I've played. And I would say, and I have always kind of argued this, I would say Minecraft is one of the most educational games out there. Like a variety of music. Lately I've been enjoying introduction of Coldplay thanks to Joseph. Oh yeah. You sing dude. So I was editing my wedding video last week. And here I am sitting here editing this wedding video. And all of a sudden, Joe's next to me doing his homework. And I just hear him start, like, singing, belting out these lyrics. And I'm like, okay. Like, so loud that I could hear it over my headphones and over the music that was being played in the video, in the wedding video.
I don't even remember singing. Was I singing
Dude,
along
you were singing along, like hardcore, singing along, like full out belting the lyrics. I bet your mom and dad heard you upstairs. I don't know. Tell me, Mom. Did you hear him upstairs? Because I definitely heard him. That's one thing with working right here is, I don't want to give Joe too much crap, but sometimes he can be a little distracting for when I'm working on videos and stuff. Yes, see, she did hear you. Oh, dude, you sing it out so loud. You love your Coldplay. You've been really getting into the music.
Yo.
It is good music. You do a good job. They do a good job. It's good music, and apparently it helps you study.
Except for they have like 2 or 3 really weird ones that I don't really like. But you know what? Let's look past those. Generally, they're good.
Just look past those. You don't need to see those. But yeah, Minecraft.
Okay, yeah.
Minecraft history, because honestly, it is a history. I was actually talking with one of my friends the other day that I all the way through high school, we played Minecraft, and we were looking back at it, and we're like, that was pretty much the only game that was online available at that time for PC. Because, I mean, there were other games, but it was the one that was like the easiest to set up. And as far as that goes, it was also something that we were very interested in the fact that, and it goes back to in our younger days when, and this is really far back for me, we would actually set up villages, and Joe has a part in this too, but we would set up villages in our backyards, and we called them, his was called Mudtown, mine was called Mudville, I believe.
I think so.
I can't remember.
Mine was
completely.
Watang.
And Joe's was Watang. But we would set up these buildings.
How
and
did we come up with that name?
Well, we would set up governments and stuff within these towns, and we would have populations, we would have buildings. It was very in-depth. We built some pretty crazy structures. I was more unfortunate though, because we lived in like sand country here, so it was really hard to get good quality mud. I actually imported some mud from my cousin who's out in the country, so he had like this clay dirt that we could use. That just, it built so much better. But yeah, it sounds really messy, and I guess it kind of was. But it was some good times, and we would build like skyscrapers, and we even got into like this whole arms race. Like, I could honestly talk about all the things that we did for so long, because we had wars.
You guys even were cutting up aluminum cans, making little tanks.
Yeah, we were making like little tanks and stuff. It was pretty great.
Out of foam and aluminum cans.
Mm-hmm. It was a pretty awesome time. And I think that transitioned over into Minecraft because it was that aspect of, oh, now we can do this digitally and we can build buildings that we can now walk into.
And it looks nicer.
Well, but we can walk into them. Because
Yeah.
we always talked about how it was so cool that we could build these structures, but we were always so disappointed because we could never go into our structures. And it was like the most disappointing and frustrating thing at the same time, because it would have been so cool to become a citizen of Mudville, and actually go down and, you know, be a part of the city. So, and in other games too. So we also played like SimCity and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And that was one big disappointing part too, is you couldn't zoom all the way in and you couldn't go in your buildings and see your citizens, and a lot of stuff has changed since then. And now City Skylines has really helped with that.
Mm-hmm.
If your show is looking for topic suggestions, yeah, if people want to suggest topics, I think that's actually part of our description is, we look forward to answering any of your questions. So questions or topics, that's kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
So if you have any questions, put them in the chat. I guess I forgot to say that at the beginning.
Yeah.
If you have any questions, if you have any topics that you want us to cover, go ahead and leave that in the chat or in the video comments afterwards, and we'll definitely.
Did your camera just die?
No, it didn't die. We just got a beautiful picture of mountains. No,
Yep, I see that.
Yeah, just don't worry about it. I'm fixing it here. I need to figure out. See, I turned the preference.
Is that image Alaska?
Yeah, I actually took that picture. Did you not know I took that picture?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about making like computer background into the PUBG image, like the logo.
Oh, PUBG. Speaking
Your
as
mud years taught you so much more than Minecraft.
Ooh, that's debatable. That's debatable, Mom. I don't know. You think mud years, so like building in Mudtown and stuff, was more teaching worthy than Minecraft? That's
I don't know about that.
How to say, because I learned valuable skill. I think I learned valuable skills in both. I learned a lot of my building, troubleshooting, problem solving, all that kind of stuff from Mudville. But you know what I didn't get through Mudville? And what currently is my career and my job? My computer skills. So I would have to debate that you learn different skills from each. And that from Minecraft, you learn a lot more of the computer side of things, which is probably better nowadays, I would say, just because everything is based off of computers.
Not to mention, it also teaches you, because I don't know if you ever got big into the whole redstone aspect of it.
Oh, yes.
But it also taught you basic problem-solving skills also.
Oh, boy, Joe. Love and relationships.
Oh, gosh. We basically went over those topics last week.
We did do some of those topics last week, yes. Relationships. So, my experience there is a little to none. Like, yeah, little to none. And Joe, you probably not big on that side either.
I've never been allowed to date because I'm not allowed to date until I have a driver's license. So,
so we could think about doing something like that.
But we don't have any experience with it.
It's just the experience side of things. Maybe we'll bring on a guest star. Actually, so there was someone that commented on one of my videos. Didn't we? Oh no, we didn't do ideal girl. We did ideal date.
Yeah.
Look at the time. I mean, we've only got 45 minutes in. 15 to go.
Ideal.
Well, hey, you want to go first?
Okay.
Go ahead and answer that question.
I guess. Okay. So, my idea girl would be funny. Oh, maybe another show. How do we say
Maybe another show. Yeah, we can save it for another show. That's all good. Yeah, I'm good with that. Think about it for a week. Give us a week to think on that one. I mean, I've already, like...
No, we can just talk about it. Let's just Get it out now. What do we have to hide, James?
That's true. I have nothing to hide. Go ahead, Joe.
Okay.
You go first.
So my ideal girl, I mean, they'd have to have a sense of humor, kind of similar to mine. Because if you don't like my jokes, I mean, that's just kind of, I mean, it's not a deal breaker, but I mean, like, it would definitely help our relationship in that aspect. Because I tell a lot of them, and I feel like they'd get annoyed with me if they didn't like my sense of humor. And
it takes a special girl to know Joe's sense of humor.
Yes. I guess I'd like to hear. I guess I'd like them knowing or like listening to what I'm saying, like they actually talk to me. I mean.
Okay, wait. You need to clarify that. So you're saying you want them to respect you or appreciate
but
your
I would
knowledge?
give them the same respect back.
Okay. Continue.
Okay. I would hope they'd have the same value or similar values. Maybe not exactly the same, because the odds of finding someone with the exact same values, that might get annoying. But I'd also want them to oppose me on certain aspects to kind of neutralize my strong opinions. But I wouldn't want them to be super in opposition. I'd want them to have similar values, but maybe slight opposition wouldn't be bad.
Slight opposition is not bad. You are correct. I think that it helps us grow as individuals.
Yes.
When we have someone that points out our flaws. So, is that everything? Is that all? Are you covered on that aspect?
I guess. Yeah.
Okay. I guess I can. I mean, are people really interested in knowing my side of things? Are they really interested? I don't know. We could just go back to Minecraft and debating that, right?
Is your ideal girl Minecraft, James? you're gonna marry a computer program?
Joe. Oh man. Okay.
Oh.
I guess I'll move on to. Does Joe? You gonna go into that, Joe? What do you have to hide, right?
I mean, well, that actually has something to hide, I guess. I mean,
are you gonna answer the question?
I mean,
you could answer whether or not you do. You don't have to. They didn't ask for a name.
Okay. I mean, I guess me trying to hide it this long. I mean, yes, I do, but I'm not gonna share who it is.
So you do.
And Mom, just because I gave the person
who is the exclusive candy bar for?
Just because I gave them a candy bar doesn't necessarily mean I have a crush on them.
No, I just give chocolate to all my friends.
James! You know, I'm just gonna give them chocolate as a nice thing, okay?
Yeah, I'm just being nice.
Just James! What are you implying, brother?
I'm implying nothing.
Wow.
Oh, okay. Well, with about 10 minutes left here, let's transition back. Bring this train back to video games, since that's kind of the path that we should be on, since that's kind of like the title and everything.
Yeah.
Minecraft. I think Minecraft is very beneficial to education, in the sense that you're learning. It is the ultimate sandbox and survival situation that you're going to get online, other than, I guess, weathering through the elements. But it makes you critically think. It brings out your creativeness, and it inspires teamwork, artistic abilities. Yes, and technical, because, like you said, Redstone
play Minecraft in school. Well, they did release an education edition.
Yeah, they do have an education edition. That is actually something that has come out recently.
Yeah, and it like gives the teachers abilities to do things. So like you can set up restrictions that they have to, like, let's say if it's for math class, they have to solve this math problem in order to get outside the barrier to get this next thing.
Right.
There actually is an education edition.
There is an education edition that I think provides valuable tools for teachers in the classroom.
Yep.
And I'm not saying that every day needs to be Minecraft. I'm just saying that I think it can be a valuable tool. A valuable tool for educators to use.
They also released the next snapshot for the next update.
Oh yeah, that was last week though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was actually a backup topic in case we ran out of time last week. Bring it to the school board. You can try. I mean,
you can. Yeah, it's. I don't know how much it costs for them to do that.
I don't know how much it does either.
I mean, I would assume it's going to be like a full-fledged program, like if they had to purchase Office for every computer. But yeah, you could definitely bring it to your school board and be like, "This is a pretty neat opportunity for us to help educate our students." The true physical. I don't know. I mean. You're right. We did take it to a whole different level, Mom, but I think they're different skills, and I think that we're growing up in a different society that values different skills. And I'm not going to say one is more important than the other, because I think they're both valuable, but I think that they each have their own place. Mm-hmm. I think that's the best way to put it.
And I also think that, I mean, obviously, Minecraft is a lot easier to work with than mud in the ground.
But see, that's where because you're used to, and that's where your generation, I think, too, is going to have this problem where a lot more people are going to be tech savvy, but I don't think as many people are going to be material savvy in the sense of like, I don't know how to jerry rig this, or jerry rigging. That's a legit skill. That is
jerry rigging. Super tool. This is duct tape, if you can't tell.
Yeah, it's duct tape. But that, I think, is a legit skill. Jerry rigging. Yep. Or, I don't know what the other word is for it. Being a handyman. I think that's something that's being lost as generations go on, because you just call someone. You know, you call a professional to come and do it for you, rather than just fixing it yourself.
But you Google search how to fix it.
Or you Google search. The internet shares all.
We had an interesting topic in my IT fundamentals class today. We're talking about internet actually and how it's affecting our society.
Yeah.
And we one of the things that came up. Wait, where was I going with this? Oh.
Yeah. What was it?
Oh, she asked, does anybody use Edge, Microsoft Edge? Has anyone heard of that?
No.
And does anybody use it? And or has anyone used it in the past? Then I raised my hand. Then as she was finishing up, I said, I used it to download Google Chrome. Speaking of Minecraft, I saw this meme thing where it was like it was Microsoft Edge, the wooden pickaxe. It's crappy, but you need to use it to get all the other ones.
So what would we rank our web browsers? It would be Edge is my low end. And then
that'd
probably
be your wooden pickaxe.
Yeah, that'd be my wooden pickaxe.
Probably Safari would be stone.
Yeah, Safari, I think I'd put it stone.
Because once again, it's still pretty crappy, but you need it to get to the iron.
Right. And then I think Firefox for me would be my next one.
Ooh, which one will be your gold pickaxe? You don't use it for long, but it's really fast.
Ooh, that's a good question. How to what? You don't need to... And that's where I think the older generation loses it a bit, is where I don't need to Google how to wash my dishes.
It does exist.
It does exist, but... See, I don't even know how to respond to something like that. Proving that... Yes.
Oh,
yeah, at least... Okay, yeah.
$5 US per user per year.
That adds up, though.
That does add up.
That adds up.
Especially when you're talking about a school as big as ours.
Mm-hmm.
Because we got, like, easily 300 to 400 kids in our class. Or probably more than that, actually. That would be quite a bit if you got that for every single...
Okay, hold on. We need to go back to this other topic, because we only have 6 minutes. And maybe this will be a topic for another video as well, because it's gotten me a little...
So yeah, what would be the gold pickaxe for browsers?
No, not that topic.
Oh.
This one, the one that Mom's talking about. How us millennials / what is your generation again?
Generation Z.
Z. Like, why our generations need to look up how to clean dishes. I bet you there's a book. How much you want to bet there's a book out there about how to properly clean your dishes?
There probably is.
There's got to be a book. You just never found it because you didn't have the awesome thing called the internet back in your day. All right. Bye, Zach. We'll probably be offline before you come back. So, have to help me do the dishes. He could. Oh, that's true. We did say that. You're right. We did say that Joe could just Google it, but it's not like. Okay, washing the dishes. Once again, this should be one of those common sense things. Cleaning something, obviously, you should fully get rid of what's on the surface of the item. You shouldn't have to teach someone how to wash the dishes.
We should probably lay context for this. Why we're talking about cleaning the dishes.
Okay, you want to give context? Give context. Go.
Okay,
go for it.
So Mom was trying to get me to help her wash the dishes, and I just asked why, and she's like, so that you can learn life skills on how to clean the dishes. And I'm like, Mom, if I ever have, I mean, it seems pretty self-explanatory. You just kind of rinse the dishes off and then put them in the washer, and then you put it in, push the little button, and then set it up.
Yeah.
And she was like, but you might not learn it to the fullest degree, and then if you do get out in the real world and you don't know how to do the dishes, then what are you gonna do? You gonna call me or something? I'm like, Mom, you can probably just Google it. Like, everything's on the internet. And she was like, no, there's no way that how to do the dishes is on the internet. We Google searched it, and sure enough, there was like 3 or 4 videos.
There were videos. There were videos
video
on
tutorials on how to do the dishes.
But I have to say, the argument of I need to teach you how to use the dishwasher is a valid one. However, if you're going to make that argument, pretty sure
there's
almost
a manual.
Every dishwasher, yes, has come with a manual. So, you know what?
And there's probably an online version of the manual.
Yeah, there were instructions on how to wash the dishes. There's always been instructions. There's instructions for everything.
And I would argue that
as long as, and you know what? Thank you, Mom, because you educated us on how to read. So now we can learn all that stuff.
Honestly, in the next generation coming up, we just gotta, like, I believe the 2 biggest life skills one can have is knowing how to use the internet and how to read it. I think those are some of the 2 biggest life skills.
I think those are the 2 biggest things
that we're gonna need, especially for like Generation Z, like my generation, and down from here on out.
But I think common sense too. And I don't know. I think common sense is an interesting one, in the sense that I think some people are lacking in it, but I'm not sure how you can really educate people in the art of common sense. Does that make sense? I'm saying sense a lot, but does that make sense?
You've told me that I lack common sense.
Sometimes, yes, Joe, your common sense tends to go out the window. For instance, can I give an example, or is it too embarrassing? Okay.
Is it water on the other side of the river?
I mean, okay, no, that one you were young. I'll give you that. You were young. My instance is from yesterday. See, you're so oblivious to it. You don't even know. You don't even know, Joe. I was at work. Here, I'll switch to mine.
Oh, okay.
I was at work,
and
I purchased Overwatch for Joe. And I was telling him, I asked him, did it come in yet? And he responded, no, not yet. And I'm like, are you sure you're checking the right email? Is this the right... Did you check this email, the one I sent it to?
Like a few minutes later.
Yeah, I sent it a few minutes later. No response. I waited.
I did tell you it is Hago 23.
No response. Can I finish my story?
Yeah,
let me finish my story. And he's like, and I got no response. So I get a little frustrated because I spent money on this game. I want to make sure that he actually got the game. So if not, I can, email the company and be like, hey, I didn't get my copy of the game for a friend that I purchased it for, and they would sort it all out. No response. No response. I think I waited about 10 minutes. I didn't get a single response from that message. So I'm like, okay, maybe he just doesn't have Discord open anymore. That's fine. I messaged him on Facebook. No response. I texted him. No response. No response whatsoever. So finally, I hop over to Discord. I see he's in a voice chat with some friends. Obviously, I'm at work. He knows I'm at work because he never saw me come home, and I'm obviously not at my computer, which is right next to him. I hop into the Discord chat because when you do that in Discord, it makes a sound. And he's like, oh, my brother's in here. And I could hear you guys talking the whole time. And he's like, oh, my brother's in here. I wonder what he's in here for. No response. Hey, James, do you have a mic? Hey, I think you have him muted. Can you unmute him? All this conversation going on about how, oh, he's muted. So then I started spamming the Discord. I went dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun in and out of the Discord, trying to just get his attention. And he's like, I wonder why he's doing this. Wait, I think it's about that game. And he didn't even act on it. He didn't do a single thing. You didn't even look at the messages.
Okay.
If I was having a problem with my microphone, maybe you should have told me, hey, do you have a mic? Wouldn't you have typed that to me?
Hey, in my defense, though, right after I said that is when Mom called me up for dinner, so...
Okay, but you were obviously back.
Yeah, I did come back after a while, and then I saw your message. It's like, oh.
No. I was in there before you went off to dinner.
Oh.
Because I did all that spamming before you went off to dinner. Because then I sent a message to Mom, and I said something mean, but I sent a message to Mom, like, you need to tell
she read me the message out loud.
Okay, well, I said he was being stupid. But I sent Mom a message because I'm like, she won't ignore me. And she had to relay the message to him in person. So yes, common sense is very important. I don't know if people can learn common sense, maybe over time.
I'm generally a pretty book smart kind of guy.
Oh, you're very book smart. You're probably more. Actually, I will say you are more book smart than me. I cannot remember facts that well. So you can be the facts person. I'll be your common sense. How about that?
Book smart, street smart.
There we go. That's why we work good together. My bro. So, oh man, I think this was a pretty good episode here. Yeah. I think we had a good show, and with that, yeah, Joe is a pretty silly guy. That he is, and he's single, ladies.
Oh gosh. Never.
All right. With that, we're gonna wrap up the show here. Thank you guys all for joining us tonight. We had a really good time chatting it up and getting into gaming, as our title says. We'll be informing you more on the live stream that we plan to do for gaming and what day that'll be, and we'll put that information out there at some point. So, with that, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time on The Basement Brothers. Please.